Alshon is welcome in the trade. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Let's not get this confused. You know what I mean? We all know what Alshon Jeffery has done for the organization. We know Alshon Jeffery has been instrumental in, helping us get our first title to Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffery was that piece. He was the piece in the passing game that Carson Wentz needed. Somewhere along the lines, communication got twisted. Somewhere along the lines, they stopped, he started thinking that him and Carson wasn't seeing eye to eye. I think that Alshon Jeffery wanted Carson Wentz to, give him the ball more in certain situations, and Carson Wentz ain't that type of quarterback. Now, that you could take this in multiple ways. I'm glad that my quarterback showed a backbone. Listen, I know what's best for this offense. I'm the first 4,000 passing yard receiver, 4,000 passing yard quarterback this team has ever had. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first MVP caliber player that this team has ever had at the position. So for you to, Carson did what he had to do. Played through the strengths of the team. And to be quite honestly, the strengths of the team in the passing game have been the tight end for a couple years now. Alshon was an exception when Alshon played, because Alshon played similar to a tight end. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you're going to see a step in Carson's game. Carson enjoys Deshaun Jackson. But as far as Alshon Jeffery goes, you cannot say that you don't see eye to eye with the quarterback and expect to be there. You're talking about a franchise quarterback. If Devontae Adams said something like that about Aaron Rodgers, he'd be gone. If Michael Thomas said something like that against prime Drew Brees, he'd be gone. Come on, you can't do stuff like that and expect to stay a part of the Philadelphia Eagles organization, because we found a franchise quarterback, and we're going to pick our franchise quarterback every time. You know what I'm saying? And since he's openly talking this stuff, I think he put himself at risk for the clause, man. The clause that's in his contract saying that if he's damaging or bashing the team in any way, shape, form, or fashion, the Philadelphia Eagles could get rid of him, man. The same clause that they used on T.O. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he got to go. I don't know if he's the mole, if he's the rat, but he's causing enough off-season issues to where he has to go. And he's coming back off an injury. You don't know how he's going to come back from this injury. You don't know when he's going to come back from this injury. He ain't going to be ready week one. He's hardly ever ready week one. You know what I mean? And that's just facts. I'm not trying to bash Alshon, man. Alshon was one of my favorite players of the past couple years. But at the same time, you can find you another Alshon Jeffery in the draft. You cannot find you another Carson Wentz in this draft. You cannot find you another guy that you're willing to move up to number 2 and be right about in this draft. You know what I'm saying? So I think the good move is to let Alshon Jeffery go. Let him walk. Free us up with some of that money. You know what I'm saying? Great. Everybody wins. You can go somewhere. You could go help Detroit. You can go help Buffalo. Diggs want to go. We could use him as trade bait. We could trade Alshon Jeffery for Stephon Diggs, a 1-for-1 swap. Bada boom. We can get this stuff done, man. But let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think.
Yo, my man LB, it's time to add another player to the draft board. And today, I'm going back to my bread and butter. I'm going back to what I think the Eagles will do in the first round of this draft. And if they can't trade up and get one of the top 3 wide receivers in this draft, I think the guy that they choose over Higgins, that they choose over Shenault, I think the guy is going to be Justin Jefferson of LSU. So we got to add him to this board. 6'3", 192 pounds. Big wide receiver. He's fast enough to get downfield. Great in the red zone. Great at going up and getting balls. The guy is a great route runner. Great wide receiver. Now, he may not have super elite deep speed, but it's good enough. It's good enough, and we know in the past the Eagles have liked big wide receivers. Big guys who can go up and get the ball, and I think Justin Jefferson would be that guy for the Eagles. So with that said, LB, back to you.
Yeah, shout out my guy 500, man. That was actually a really good pick. I really, really like that pick. We can't stray away from the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it totally, man. That still is probably the top 1 or 2 priorities that the Philadelphia Eagles need to, make sure they get correct this offseason. Free agency, man. Free agency is deep. I was looking over the list of free agents, man. You got A.J. Green. You got Amari Cooper. You got Brashad Perriman. You got so many wide receivers You also got quite a bit of edge rushers. You got you got some linebackers sprinkled in there. We got the tools and we got the resources to take care of some of these problems with free agency. But I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles have to be aggressive and really, really assertive and just singling out their 1 or 2 top free agents and going after it, man. Putting the money up, man. Putting the money up and making sure you get these things done. I feel like that the more and more we lollygag around with this, I feel like that the more it's going to, be detrimental to where we're trying to go and what we're trying to do. We don't want the bottom of the barrel from the free agents. We don't. If we're gonna go after if we think about AJ Green, go get AJ Green. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're gonna pay for Amari Cooper, go get Amari Cooper. You know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain, the Alshon Jeffery gotta go. So you're gonna need a wide receiver anyway. And you already knew you needed a wide receiver if he was gonna stay. You're going to need 2 wide receivers. You're going to need to probably draft one for sure, and you're going to need to grab one out of free agency. But I don't see them going for a free agent wide receiver when all this talent is available in the draft. But if we want to win now and take advantage of Carson Wentz's window right now, we need to bring in a veteran wide receiver. We need to bring in a guy who already played at the level. You know what I mean? I don't like AJ Green for a number of reasons. The injury history speaks for itself. Amari Cooper don't got the heart. So in this case, you're better off getting somebody who idolized Deshaun, who looked up to Deshaun, and letting Deshaun groom these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like at this point, Arcega-Whiteside, year 2, is more valuable to us than AJ Green, who's coming off not playing in the full season at all. So we got our hands full with that, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know this about me, man. I'm a huge boxing fan. So I watched the fight last night, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The fight was a really, really good fight. I thought Tyson Fury was going to win the first fight because Tyson Fury could box, and Deontay Wilder just ain't that skilled. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder been catching dudes and knocking them out. You know what I mean? That's one way to get it done. But at some point, you got to learn how to box. You got to learn how to move your head, this, that, and the third. But, what I really didn't like about the fight was this from Deontay Wilder. Now, as far as what I know about Tyson Fury ain't never said nothing racist. Tyson Fury ain't never been no kind of a racist. You know what I'm saying? So for Deontay Wilder to say he gonna knock somebody out for Black History Month, he ain't never did nothing racist. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. I don't understand it, man. You know, everybody, I don't like how he tried to reach for that narrative, man. And I ain't wish for him to get knocked out because of that. But it's like, bruh, all this to this day, 400 years, Tyson Fury ain't got nothing to do with that, man. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder and dudes like Jason Whitlock tried to turn it into a race, a battle between black and white. It wasn't about that. It was 2 heavyweights going to go fight. You know what I'm saying? And then Deontay Wilder immediately come with the excuses. Oh, my leg. I've been dealing with a lot. Man, nobody not trying to hear that, man. Nobody ain't trying to hear that. What you was dealing with didn't stop you from coming out here making it seem like this dude was like a white supremacist, racist or something like that. Come on, bro. He worked you. He worked you. You know what I mean? You just got to call a spade a spade. He worked you. You know what I'm saying? And then sung American Pie. You know what I mean? Worked you, then sung at your grave, man. You know what I mean? It was a bloodbath. It was a beating. He was too small. He was too weak. Put on 20 pounds and had less power. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen Deontay Wilder go up in weight to fight anybody. He didn't do it for King Kong Ortiz. He didn't do it for it's a lot of people that outweigh him. I mean, he came in at 213 in the first fight. Put 20 pounds on. Come on, man. Fury walked him down like a juggernaut, man. Put boots on him, man. Busted his eardrum. Did him dirty, bro. Did him bad. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that every day. You don't see a heavyweight championship fight where somebody just get done bad like that. You know what I mean? Fury did him worse than Wilder did anybody, in my opinion. Because it's easy to hit somebody with a clean shot and knock him clean out. But to punish somebody like that, punished him. Bleeding out his mouth, bleeding out his air, knocked him down from a body shot, punished him. Dude had to go to the hospital after the press conference. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good fight. I got my money's worth. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, I just don't appreciate the narrative that's trying to be pushed with this black and white thing, man. Tyson Fury ain't never been a racist. Tyson Fury ain't never said nothing racist. Save that for the guys who actually move like that. Tyson Fury. So, yeah, the combine starts this upcoming Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Me and 500 been working on this draft board relentlessly, and the combine is going to give us a broader picture of some of these guys' skill set. Now, the combine don't always tell the best picture of where a player should be drafted. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. You know, some teams don't go for athletic attributes at certain positions, which is beyond me, because the combine should be somewhat of a benchmark into actually how good a player is. Listen, let's think about this. Now, from a football standpoint, the quarterback position might be the position to where you have to have the most thinking to do your job. You know what I'm saying? To be an NFL quarterback, you know, requires a lot of studying it, knowing what you're looking at, getting your reads right. Other guys have jobs that's already predetermined. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong and fast to be in the NFL, especially if you're somebody like a wide receiver. You got to be somewhat strong, somewhat fast. You got to be able to block for run plays, which is where the bench press will come in for some wide receivers. You got to be able to run your routes, which is where like the cone drills and just seeing how you can catch balls from quarterbacks at the combine come into play. You got to be fast, which is where the 40-yard dash comes into play. So when dudes hit these peak numbers in all these situations, like DK Metcalf ran a 4.3. DK Metcalf ran really good routes. Probably not the best, but he ran decent enough routes. DK Metcalf was just stellar at the combine. And for him to get passed up the way he got passed up on is just criminal to me. So, you know, some people are going to use the combine to their advantage. Some people are just going to say it's just the combine that happens every year. But this is what me and 500 going to do. We're going to try our best to do this. After the combine, we should be somewhere after the combine, we should be done. Well, not somewhere after the combine, but we should be done with our draft board before the draft. You know, I'm going to develop some type of spreadsheet, some type of metrics that has everybody on our draft board and what they did at the combine. Now, everybody don't participate in the combine. You got to remember this. Dudes like CeeDee Lamb, some of these guys might not even show up because they know what they think it could hurt their stock. You know what I mean? But everybody that's on our draft board that shows up to the combine, we're going to show you what they did at the combine. And you know what I mean? That don't mean we're going to change our draft board. We're going to take note of dudes who not on our draft board that did really well, but also at the same time, that's what you do in a draft board. You get your draft board. These guys go to the combine. Some dudes do their draft board after the combine, but no. We doing our draft board before the combine for this specific reason, because nothing can tell you about a player more than what he already did on the field. It's nobody out there tackling you or trying to hit you during the combine. There's nobody on your radar during the combine. You're working out. A combine is a private workout. Your game tape and your highlight tapes from what you did in college, that's the best way that's going to be able to determine how you act in real game situations. Let me know what you think in the comments.